Alright guys, say we've got the back of like a 70 series here. It wouldn't matter if like this was a car or a caravan or like whatnot. So what we're going to do is we're going to put on a dual camera here. So obviously this is going to mount like this. You get a reverse camera like facing down and a rear view camera facing backwards. So obviously if we'll be sitting like that, so the reverse camera is going to face the ground and a rear view camera is going to face behind you. Now, so this is going to be the ideal setup. Obviously it's on a canopy in the back of a ute. It's going to be perfect for that. Perfect for a caravan, perfect for a truck or motorhome, whatever. So basically what you're going to have is a camera at the back. You're going to have our twin cable, so it goes into 2 4-pins because that is what is coming off the back of the camera. It goes into a single cable to like run through. Obviously if this is a caravan, you're going to need like 2 lots of these. These are like sort of 8 meters each, and if it's a big truck you'll need like longer, but again if you bought 2 of these you can just like join them together. So obviously a camera to this cable, and then like this is going to like pop out by your screen. Now depending what your screen takes, if it's one of our like clip-on rear view screens, it can probably just take 4-pin aviation connectors. So that one, if it's a clip-on one that goes in your rear view mirror, you can just plug our camera straight in. If you go into our head unit, you're going to need the 4-pin to RCA like adapters. So at the dash end, you're going to end up with 2 of those, and that's going to give you 2 video outputs that can go into our head unit, as well as the power. The power is just like a DC power we include some of these like SPL connectors that just to tap into power easy. I'll show you what we can do at the back of our head unit, and then there's also a 2-in-1 switcher. So it just depends how we're going to like use it, because we can put like both these like cameras into one like feed and like use a power switch, which we just have our like push button like on-off switches to get one camera input on the head unit to get them like both like going. But I will talk through that as we do it, so it was just a bit confusing. All alright, so when you're doing this sort of thing, always just like test it out first, like run it around the outside of the car. You can even just use a bit of like tape to hold the camera at the back in place, just to see how it's going to like look. So obviously we've gone to our 2 4-pin adapters here to our RCA, and then we've gone into our purple cam in for reverse camera and our F cam in, and we've just taken the power off that same F cam power. Now that's the power that comes out of that same harness, and we'll just use one of our SPL connectors here to power it up. So you can see they go to the DC plugs. They will give you power pretty much if you're in the reverse screen or if the F-Cam app is open. So it's a handy way to do it. So if I go and put the keys in now, what we do is you just check how it's all looking. This, you might just have to change the format. So you can see that's our reverse camera pointing down, and then obviously F-Cam. Sorry, if we go this, should go to the rear cam pointing back. So you can see it's all like working there. For it was a bit like fuzzy, you just hold on here, change the sort of format type. That's 1080p 25. So that's it, the camera's working, that power's all pretty easy. It's powered off, just like I said, that one there, that grey one, has the power to and the 2 RCAs on it. So now we have a reverse camera coming into our reverse, and like a rear view coming into the F-cam. So the options, okay, how do you see them? So obviously when you go into reverse, you're going to see the reverse camera. That's pretty straightforward. Customer has this up here for his caravan camera. You could also get the caravan camera onto here if you wanted as well, but he's happy with what he had. So when you go into reverse, you're going to see the reverse camera. That's pretty straightforward. Now the other one, to see it, you would have to go home on the app and press F-cam, and that would bring it up. The rear view, sorry, they just switched around at the moment. So if you're okay doing that, that isn't too bad. He was talking about putting a switch in here. He would just switch. The only issue with that is that it would put power on the reverse trigger of our head unit, which would be okay because this is like a 70 series. We can take it off. They actually have a reverse trigger coming in, because if you put 12 volt down, obviously the reverse trigger from the camera could turn your reverse lights on as well. So he wants to push that and trigger it, so that would work okay. So the way we will set it up is we would just put power to that. So on the back, it'll first just tape this in place and power it up, and then once you're happy with it, so drill out a holder. I'll fit your 2 4-pins through. There is grommets on these, so you'd have to run 2. I'm going to chop these. I'm going to put this on. I'm going to silicone this from the back side so it's waterproof. It's up to you how you do it, because everything's going to be different, but this is obviously just on a trade mat in the back of a ute. So what we've done here, we've we had to get power from the reverse lights to get the trigger, so we did have to run an extra wire from the reverse lights into our trigger if we don't have a trigger. But basically in reverse, we've got the reverse cam, and then push F cam, we've got the rear view cam. So that's basically he set up a dual camera. So we've got the rear view one going to the F cam input, the reverse camera going to the reverse camera input. We've taken the trigger wire from the reverse lights, and we've actually powered both cameras from like an ACC power source, so you could actually see both of them there.